The Walking Dead Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, pretty important, I was able to watch the episode early on either the Amazon Prime AMC channel or AMC Plus, depending on which one works. So if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Walking Dead, or you're just entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as place in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. Smash that like button, share this video, leave me a comment in the comment section, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. This will be The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 20. The title of this episode is called What's Been Lost. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. The episode starts off with another Judith narration. This one is the history of Daryl and Carol. First thing we see is Carol get on Daryl's bike in the Season 2 finale beside the dying fire. We also see other scenes like when Daryl went to visit her at the Kingdom, when she was isolated in that cabin, but she was happy to see him even though she told Morgan not to tell anybody she was there. So that was very touching. And then present time, we have Ezekiel talking to Carol, and then he just randomly disappears, and two men are after Carol, but she's able to get away. Some men are also after Daryl, and one of them has been killed, and the other one has Daryl on the ground, and he's trying to choke Daryl out, but he also, this guy, has a knife in his chest. But Carol is able to save the day, and then Daryl says they took the kids, and Carol says that they took everyone. Pamela Milton is having a meeting with guests discussing the events that have happened at the Commonwealth. They mention Sebastian, sorry about what happened to Sebastian. She kind of shrugs it off, and then Himiko storms in and wants to know where they are. She says that she's the biggest threat that Pamela Milton has, and then Pamela tells Himiko that she wants her to prosecute Eugene Porter. Daryl tells Carol the person that jumped him took Dog. I think that might be them writing Dog off, although we'll probably see Dog one more time at least. And then Himiko goes to visit her brother Tommy. She tells him she's not going to let anything happen to him. I think Tommy's going to die. That's one of my death predictions. And I'll put that in the end screen. One of the videos on the end screen. So you just check those out if you don't see that on the channel. And Tommy suggests to Himiko that she use Eugene as a sacrifice. And that's just not going to happen. And next, Himiko goes to see Connie. They want to do some things, but they're worried that if she does this, that they'll know that Connie helped her. And then Daryl and Carol go to the cells. A Commonwealth soldier or a Commonwealth trooper is tied up. They go in Lance Hornsby's cell, and Daryl kills Walker Sebastian. Carol tells Lance to tell them where their friends are, or you're dead. Lance says, I'll show you. And Lance is actually wearing an ankle bracelet that's apparently a radio frequency monitor. They leave with Lance and it sets off alarms. Commonwealth troopers shoot at them. Pamela Milton finds out Lance is gone and Walker Sebastian is dead. And it's like Sebastian's brains are out of his head and Lance's coin is in there, and Pamela picks it up. So there's something with that coin, and we still don't know what happened to Oceanside when he utilized that. So we're going to get some sort of big reveal. I don't know when that will be, but we certainly should, because there's something that we don't know about yet. Lance says that Carol is special because she thinks 10 steps ahead, and Carol draws a gun on Lance but doesn't shoot and kill him. Himiko goes to talk to Eugene. He can't believe they're gone, all the friends. He tells her that there has to be something that she can do. Lance asks Carol what comes after. Now, that's an interesting question. I think there's more meaning to that because that was Rick Grimes' last episode on The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 5, What Comes After. And I think they threw that in there for a reason. Now, I don't know if we'll see Rick, at least not until the end credits of the finale. Just my prediction, but there's a reason why they said that particular phrase. I think, and I don't know if any of you caught that, but he does say what comes after, and he also asks Carol, "What about the kids? You know, like you need to think about what you're doing here because there's kids involved too." Because he doesn't want to die. And then a walker, they're in like a tunnel or something like that, and then a walker grabs Lance, but Carol is able to make the save. And then at this point, I started getting really tired and my eyes kept shutting. So like 3 times from this point, I don't know why, it was only for like 10, 20 seconds, but I rewound a couple times. But just to let you guys know. And but Carol, like I said, makes the save, and then she has to start shooting these walkers because they're kind of vicious, and one of them's face rips off, which is a pretty cool practical effect that they used in this episode. And then Commonwealth troopers have Carol and Lance Hornsby at gunpoint, as when they came out of this place, they were waiting for them, but Daryl saves the day and ambushes the Commonwealth troopers and kills them. And then Himiko gives a speech and tells everybody eventually that she's going to defend Eugene Porter and instead of trying to prosecute him. And then we have Lance, Daryl, and Carol. And Lance tells Daryl and Carol about a supply train, a train in The Walking Dead. Daryl mentions to Lance that they don't really need him anymore because they know about the train that'll take them to the place that they want to be. He tries to say, yeah, you do. And then Lance is like, I know I've made some mistakes, whatever. But Lance starts to walk away. Then he goes to grab a gun. And then Carol shoots Lance in the neck with a crossbow. And Lance is dead. I assume he's dead unless he just lays still there all of a sudden. But Lance Hornsby is dead, and that was one of my predictions. Of course, it was kind of obvious that Lance was going to go. It's just a matter of what episode that was going to be in. And then we see a bus with our people on it. Well, we see Ezekiel, and they're being drugged for this ride to be put to sleep. And Ezekiel's been put to sleep to wherever they're going. And that is the end of the episode. And the next episode looks fucking awesome. At least at the moment, it looks awesome. Of course, all the sneak peeks to the next episode look awesome. But this one, it looks like a special episode. Just a hunch. So... had a little problems with this episode just because I was all of a sudden really tired at one point there, like 2 or 3? I don't know how many times it was, 3 or 4 times where my eyes closed for like 10 seconds, and I guess I'm tired. It is late. But I'm going to score this episode an 8.6 out of 10. I think it was a very dark episode, and that was exciting. I just was tired for some reason. I'm going to give the character of the episode to Carol for the females. If I want to give a male character the episode, I could give it to Daryl, but I'm going to give it to Lance Hornsby because he was a really good character and a lot more of a character than we thought he was going to be. Because in the comic books, Lance Hornsby is kind of like nothing. And then we lost Lance Hornsby in this episode, so I started rating the people that we lose now. Lance Hornsby as a character, I'm going to give him an 8.8 out of 10, and it could even be higher. I think he was really good. So... you've heard my thoughts, and I'm really excited for next week's episode. I can't wait to watch it. Now I want to hear from you. So like I said before, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, because it does help out, the more people that like the video, the more the video gets put up. Smash that like button. Share the video with whomever you want. Put this video on any of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are in this episode. What would you rate it? Who would be your character of the episode? If you want to break it between male and female, that's fine too. If you have a favorite moment, if you want to rate Lance Hornsby. And then, like I said before, I'm going to put some videos in this end section. I'll put my death predictions video just so you can kind of look at that, because we got Lance is dead. That was kind of obvious. I said Sebastian wasn't going to die because he was a kid, but obviously the show went a different way. But it's a video that I did, and I'll put a couple other videos in there for you. But don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.